employees are now taking legal action against Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for what they described as a toxic work environment that eventually led to their wrongful terminations.
The way she treated me and other people was wrong.
Sabisha Williams is one of 3 former village employees suing Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the village of Dolton.
These 3 cases are all based around the same premise, that these are wrongful terminations at the hands of Mayor Henyard and her administrations.
All 3 of the former employees say they were fired at some point near the end of 2022. Williams says the workplace environment worsened about a year before that, starting with the mayor asking her to do things that she says were unethical.
Withhold building permits, business licenses to people that didn't donate to her campaign or just people she didn't like in general.
Williams says she continued to raise concerns about that with the mayor, but she was later moved to the water department before eventually being fired.
I was the only person at that time that knew how to process business licenses, but they moved me to the water department anyway.
Another complaint in a lawsuit on behalf of former Public Works Department employee Karen Johnson claims that she was intentionally treated differently from other similarly situated employees and that there was no rational basis for the difference in treatment. The lawsuit also states Henyard restricted certain village and/or township employees' access to village and/or township buildings. It's all part of a lengthy list of accusations against Mayor Henyard, which also allegedly included a tarnished relationship with her village trustees.
We did a mock trial to practice muting the trustees because she didn't want the trustees to have a voice. In her words, she was at war with the trustees.
One of the former employees is hoping to get her job back from this lawsuit, while the other 2 are just hoping to move forward, as they say this has caused emotional and financial damages.
I didn't want to file at first, but it just didn't sit well not to do nothing.
So a court date is still pending for these lawsuits. We did reach out to Mayor Tiffany Henyard as well as the village of Dolton and the village trustees for comment, but we have not heard back. From Dolton, Mayor Kawash, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I told you, Hakeem, messiness all. Go ahead.
So this goes back to her. I'm just wondering when she's going to get locked up. That's
you wondering that? I'm wondering when she's going to step down.
Because for the love of Christ, bro, like we keep I don't know how could somebody go this long doing what they're doing and nobody's not taking her down. Like, does it take this long to get a corrupt person out of office? Like, it's more and more stuff piling up on it. Like, man, like I'm getting tired of this.
No, I'm with you. That would say she got mess. Her whole camp is a whole mess. Don't get me wrong. I love black women. I love black women. I love the beauty of black women. I love when they walk in the room. It's like it's just a radiance about them. I don't know. I just see the glory of God on them. Like it's just black women to me is just the beautiful thing that every God created. I just love black women. You know. So, but at the same time, like when someone's doing wrong and someone's not fit for the job, they gotta go. Because at the same time, this is business. And then not only that, but especially for Dolton County, a very small town, you know, they don't have very much. And not only that, but it's like a black community. And so, you know, we tend to trust our own. And not only that, we also tend to not hold our own accountable for something they're doing wrong within the community. Right now, she's doing a lot of wrong within the community, but yet a lot of people are still standing behind her because of the aspect she's a woman, especially she's a black woman at that. So they kind of having some form of grace for her. One thing about black people, which I kind of do realize, we're very forgiving people.
Yes.
Very forgiving people. Yeah. We're not like the other, you know, the other brand of people who will try to fight to get them out of there. We are a type that be like, you know what, even they doing wrong, just give them some grace. They may change. Just give them some time. But how much time do you need, especially for a woman like this who's literally destroying the community, not only that, but destroying her own team? She getting sued, 3 lawsuits.
Yep.
And they say it's probably even more that's coming. So I'm like, okay, at some point, Tiffany got to get it and say, you know what, I'm not fit for the job. I need to do something else. I probably need to be a secretary or something.
Basically,
shout out to Liberated Soul.
Liberated Soul. And that's the thing. And I think I can't wait till she steps down. And I think that people, this is why it's important to vote in your local elections and vet the person who you want to run your city and hold them accountable and let them know that you work for us. We don't work for you. But, you know, when you have corrupt people still doing these things, we're still going to get into these situations. and that's my take on it.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, some people they staying firm because she's Democratic. They want to stay firm in that Democratic Party. They don't want to go outside of the Democratic Party. Say, okay, what is best for the community? Especially our people, we always focus on Democratic. Anything that's Democrat, we vote for. What I mean, actually vet. Like you always preach about vetting in relationship, vetting your others. We gotta do the same thing when it comes to the aspect of the mayor.